I was lucky enough to be born into a Christian family. We always went to church every Sunday. I was saved at the age of 5 and baptized at the age of 8. As a kid, I was a chubby kid. I grew into an overweight adolescent and became an obese adult. It never occurred to me that God cared what I looked like, how I treated my person. I didn't think it was important. It was more important how I treated others. And I went on the first diet I ever started. I was 12, and there have been many since. But then, I guess, June of 2007, Miller walked into choir, and he said, "We're taking a mission trip to Greece." And I thought, oh my gosh, I'm going to Greece. And I knew I had to go. I prayed about it, but I knew from the very first time he said it that I had to go to Greece. We went to Greece and we walked 1,000 miles a day. It was daily. We walked 1,000 miles a day. And I was the last one there everywhere we went. There was somebody on the trip who was kind enough to be last with me, but he was last with me not because he had to be last. But the other thing going on the trip, we had these daily devotionals, Bible studies, and Miller talked a lot about it's not me, it's Christ in me. And those words just kind of reverberated in my head. While we were in Athens, I found out that in June 2010, the orchestra was going to Russia. And instantaneously, oh my gosh, I gotta go to Russia. So I walked up to Johnny and said, "Johnny, what can I play?" He thought I was kidding. I think he was really surprised I showed up the first day of orchestra practice a year ago. But I did, and it was awesome. And it's incredible to be involved with this just amazing group of musicians. But he taught me how to play percussion. And well, a percussionist stands a lot. And over the course of the fall, I developed tendinitis in my foot. And it was really hard to stand a lot. At the same time, I still have the words from Greece that it's not me, it's Christ in me reverberating through my head. And I found a verse, 1 Corinthians 3:16. Don't you know that you yourselves are God's temple? And that was another one. I know that when we memorize Scripture, God uses it to speak to us. And that one kept going over and over and over in my head. And finally, when the tendinitis was diagnosed in December, it all kind of came together. What kind of temple am I? And it's not me, it's Christ in me. If I can't do this for myself, can I do this for Him? And so I found a program, joined a gym, and started going on a regular basis. The first time I walked into that place was one of the scariest things I think I've ever done. But now I can't imagine not going. It was hard and fascinating and amazing all at the same time. And it just seemed to work. It all just began to make sense. And over the course of the spring, it was like I was just kind of melting away and discovering this whole other person that I never even knew existed. In May, my boss called me on a Friday and said, you know, there's this conference It's in New Orleans, and I want you to go, and you're gonna go Sunday. So I had 2 days to get ready to go to New Orleans. Well, do you know what they eat in New Orleans? All the cream, all the butter, all of it. And I've got to face New Orleans for a week. And I've been working so hard. I went, I did the best I could. I got back, I'd gained 3 pounds. And that was the first week I ever had gained in all the weeks that I'd been working on all of this. I was going to church that Sunday, and Pike was preaching from Hebrews 12:1. Therefore, since we are surrounded by such a great cloud of witnesses, let us throw off everything that hinders and the sin that so readily entangles, and let us run with perseverance the race marked out for us. And it was, every word of that sermon was aimed directly at me. I suddenly knew that this is not a decision I made once. It's a decision I have to make every day. That I get up and it's not me, it's Christ in me. And it's not me doing it for Him, it's Him doing it for me. And every time I start to falter, every time I start to have a shaky day, He puts somebody in my path who encourages and supports and just tells me that everything is wonderful and that I'm doing such a great job. As of this morning, I've lost 111 pounds. And I've got a long way to go, but I see it. I see how I can get there.